Here is a gentleman who is a big star, who is one of the best singers in the business, has many hit songs. He's now in Las Vegas for just a few days, Leo Sayer at the Aladdin Hotel. And it's certainly a pleasure having you with us, Leo.
It's great to be on the show. It's really nice.
You got a little vitamin C product.
I know. That's wonderful. It's unbelievable. I thought it was going to take all my hair out. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. You're currently at the Aladdin only for a few days.
Yes, so, until Monday.
Until Monday. Tell us about the show. What are you doing with the show?
Well, I'm very happy actually for starters, because I'm doing a similar show, I guess, to what I did last year when we played at the Hilton with Bill Cosby, supporting Bill Cosby. And here I am in town. I got my first headlining engagement in one of the rooms, so I'm thrilled. I guess my show hasn't kind of changed that much from what I did before. I do all of my hits, a few other songs that people may not know, but it's a show that is taken from England. I have a British band. We use an orchestra here. We augment with an orchestra from Las Vegas here.
Right.
And it's a good old-fashioned, lively rock and roll kind of show as well. You know, it's not just a kind of showroom type of show. Well, so I'm very happy. You know.
I don't know if you know this or not, Leo, but you're following in very, very big footsteps because Sammy Davis Jr. was just there.
Right.
Mr. Frank Sinatra, Mickey Gilley, Johnny Lee, and then Leo Sayer. So you see your...
Who's Leo Sayer?
You're in with the very best, and you are the very best. And I know your show is very up, very bright, and people get more than their money's worth, and that can't always be said by every entertainer. What have you done to be able to create that?
Well, I think we've come in here to Nevada without any sort of preconceptions of what makes a Las Vegas show. I really haven't very much changed the kind of show that I do playing concerts in Britain, and in the old days when I used to play concerts here in the States, because I used to do funny enough, in the Aladdin Theatre Performing Arts. We did two shows there around many years back, and it hasn't changed that much. I find that I'm able to take my show and just put it on in this situation. People kind of accept it for what it is. But I always thought in the old days, you know, hey, I have to get a gold chain, you know, Las Vegas headline act, you know, and I'd have to do a little bit of tap dancing or something like that. And I found I was quite pleasantly surprised to find that when we first came to Vegas, I didn't have to do that. And people really, I don't know what it is, but people really enjoy, it seems, a kind of a lively piece of entertainment, something that's got, well, a little bit of movement in it, a little bit of excitement in it, a little bit of maybe raw excitement, you know.
Well, I like your basic premise there. You're actually saying, I'm just going to be Leo Sayer, and
that's
really what everybody
me,
wants, and not having to go off in other directions. And I think some entertainers get hurt doing that. I don't think it's that wise.
Yeah, I think people... I mean, I can't compete with, say, I've seen Wayne Newton and those kind of acts when I've been here, and I can't compete with those acts because they are unique. They are uniquely... shall we say, an American Las Vegas type of act.
Right.
Now, I can't go on and do all those kind of things. What's the point? I might as well be just me. and to be me, I'm a funny little English guy who likes to stretch his voice a bit and sing some rock and roll and sing some nice ballads and things like that. But basically, I am the kind of performer that I am. So I don't really want to sort of change that too much. And I think people have started to accept my personality, and they kind of like it, you know.
Really?
Hey, the man's a fool.
Leo, are you most of the time in England?
Yes.
You live there? That's
I
your
still
home?
base myself there because I believe that that's my roots. I live in London, and I work in England quite a lot. I do television shows there, and I've been working there for many years, you know, so I still find it's home, you know.
What about this television show you did this past winter?
Yeah,
it got the #1 ratings.
Yeah,
what did you do?
We had a TV series, the second one that I've had for BBC, which is the British Broadcasting Corporation, which is our television main station, which we have.
Right.
Nothing like this. I mean, nothing as good as this. This is the big time. We did a series of 6 shows, and we had a lot of American artists. We had Linda Ronstadt on, Phil Collins came on, and Tony Orlando, funny enough, came on the show, you know.
Fantastic.
Direct from seeing him here in Vegas.
Right, he was just here.
So we had a lot of American acts on and a lot of English acts. And I just hosted the show, sang my own songs, did dance routines, everything. And we ended up with the biggest show in England. So I was really surprised. I thought, boy, there's some crazy people out there.
Was it on once a week?
It was on once a week, yeah. And now we've been talking to a few people over here who are interested in doing a similar thing in this country. I've done some cable things, you know, in the past, and small shows, and, you know, the usual kind of rock, all the midnight specials and those kind of shows. But, you know, to do something on my own, under my own name, is a very intriguing idea.
Well, I'm surprised they haven't used the show on cable or even on our networks
Well,
here.
I think they're talking about it, you know.
Yeah.
But I think, you see, people. I had 2 #1 hits in this country in 1976 and 1977, and you know, I must be honest. I haven't really had that much great. Well, I had one song that went to #2, which was More Than I Can Say. But I haven't had that much kind of bang, bang, bang record success since. So I suppose that, you know, sort of people will say. The people that make these things happen will always say, oh no, we're going to wait until you have another hit, Leo. So, you know, they wait until you have the hit, and when you have the hit, then they all come in and say, oh, we'd like you to do a TV series,
right.
You know.
But you
and that's how
haven't
it
done
happens. So at the moment, I'm just in between the things, and I'm waiting for another bit of record success, which it's got to come along.
Exactly been waiting for that next hit. Not that you really need it. You can live off those songs that you've had, Leo, forever if you wanted to. But it's nice
that does help. Yeah, but I'm very ambitious, and I'm just working with a new producer now in England. The same guy who produces Sheena Easton, another British act. And
no kidding.
He's wonderful at finding songs, because material's the great thing. That's a song like When I Need You, which I had, you know, I mean, it doesn't come along every day.
Yeah.
And you have to find those songs. That's the crux of it.
Right. Leo, what is happening in music? You know, the new wave, the punk
it's all
rock,
changing.
ZZ Top, Bow Wow Wow. What do you see in the music business? What's happening?
It's very weird. And you know, it is very strange to come now to this country and see how many English acts are making up the charts. I mean, we've got this band, the Human League, Police, you know, Elvis Costello, all those kind of acts. But there's so many English acts, Flock of Seagulls, I don't know, all crazy names as well.
I know.
But they're all British. And I can't quite work that out. I mean, this is a time, I would say, I love American music, see? And I say this is a time for the American artists to stand up, watch what's happening, because the British are coming over here in droves, and I don't totally understand it.
That's
but I
wild.
guess it's because if you take the average kids off the street, they don't know who the Eagles are. They don't know who the Beatles were. They don't know who Linda Ronstadt is, and some of those people, they don't even know who Leo Sayer is, because it's their folks who bought those records, not them. So they want a whole new music that has nothing to do with anything else. And that music is coming from England, and it's anarchy. It owes nothing to anything, you know?
That's interesting. What is happening in England? Are they the same
do you know
British
the weird thing?
groups?
Well, the weird thing is that in England, it's turning round. And we now are, you know, the ballads, like, say, that Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes had, you know, that beautiful song, can't remember it, but...
Officer and a Gentleman from the movie.
from the movie. And that is, should we say, a classic ballad from the days when I was making records like that, you know. So that is kind of like the 70s style. Now, I find that the 70s style in England is kind of coming back, because we've had the new wave music. We've had it up to here, you know. I don't want to see another one of those bands with those weird haircuts again. Oh, God, no. So, you know, that's it. And that's going to happen soon here. But I think it's good, you know, to have these changes. It's like here in Vegas, in this town, you know, I see a lot of changes in... They're booking acts like me, you know, against some of the older traditional acts. And, you know, that's good as well, because there's some new blood coming into town, which is about time, you know. We people from rock and roll can show them, you know.
Well, none of that, but I really give credit to the Aladdin and Mr. Torres and all the nice people there, because they have the foresight and the imagination to put people like yourself. And of course, I just told you the other great lineup they had there.
Yeah.
Because your fans are here and everywhere, and there's
you
no
know, a
reason
lot of
why
them are here in town as well. That's what really intrigues me. A lot of them are actually here in town. It's not just the people who come in.
Yeah.
We've built a great following here in town. And the word of mouth, you know, it just brings them all around. And I like that, you know. I feel at home in Vegas.
Well, we certainly feel at home with you. Leo, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And I hope everybody gets a chance to see you between now and Monday night, your closing night.
Yes, that's right.
And you got 2 shows a night, 8 and midnight?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it, Leo.
Great.
And we'll look forward to seeing your show. I hope you get to see it, and stay with us. We'll be right back after this word.